John Beltran with Dave Urick as the opening kickoff will take place momentarily. Looks like the Bead Diggers won the toss. Bead Diggers wearing their maroon uniforms, and Lamar in white with the orange pants. The Bead Diggers have won the toss. They've elected to receive. Opening kickoff brought to you by Buildings by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. The head coach of the Bead Diggers is Reed Call, assisted by Dusty Quick, Chris Harper, Aaron Quinlan, Travis Lefevre, Ken Call, Jeff Chassow, and Arturo Matos Garcia. And Rick Call also helping out these Bead Diggers. And Jason Tice, the head coach of Lamar, assisted by Steve Nobby, Austin Wirtz, Chris Medina, Austin Adamson, Andrew Williams, Jeff Flint, and John Gersick. Seems like we haven't been here in 3 years, Dave.
Oh, it seems like it's been forever. It's nice to be back here. And, you know, you alluded to before the game, remember last year in that championship game, the first thing everybody thinks about was that basically a 8-play goal line stand that basically won the championship for the Diggers.
Yeah, you're right. It was 8 plays because it was 2 goal line stands. And, Dave, we've seen in past years the Bead Diggers win the toss and defer, but it's pretty obvious after the first 3 games their offense is ahead of their defense.
Yeah, Coach Call's got a lot of confidence in the offense. You know, they started the year in a pretty spread out offense, and these last couple of games basically staying in that power I and then also in that T and just pounding the ball at him and trying to get Clay Shaver the ball wherever they can get it to him.
So Lamar to kick it off. Ivan Villasenor to kick it off for the Savages. Back deep to receiver, Shaver and Matos Garcia. And this kick is high and pretty deep. Shaver's got it. He backtracks, and it's off his fingertips and into the end zone. I don't know if he saw that ball. He tried to catch it pretty high right at his helmet. The Bead Diggers will have it at the 20. Even if you touch it and it goes into the end zone, still a touchback, so that's where the Bead Diggers will have it to begin this football game. The next 4 of the final 6, I should say, are here at Bead Digger Stadium. They'll be back home a week from today against Valley. And then a brand new press box in Kersey when the Bead Diggers face Platte Valley. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the 20-yard line. We'll get to the starting lineup here momentarily. Trent Mounts is the quarterback with 3 in the backfield. Long count for Mount. Play action, rolling to his right, throwing underneath. The pass is off the hands of Shaver, behind him out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 2nd down and 10. No doubt he was wide open.
Yeah, he was, and that was one of those balls that was probably something they say if you can touch it, you can catch it, and it was just above his head. He had 2 hands on it, but like you said, a little bit behind him.
Bead Digger starting lineup brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan in Sterling, Fort Morgan, and Brush, 24/7 for your banking needs. Trent Mount, the quarterback. At backfield, we've got Shaver along with Matos Garcia, B.J. Hirschfeld. Part of that lineup as well. 2nd and 10 for the 20. And there's the pitch left to Shaver. Swings it to the outside. Breaks out of a tackle, but he's done at the 21. They got him right there. About 4 tacklers there for Lamar. Sometimes it takes that many, including Lucas Montgomery, a 6-foot senior. And for Shaver, he gains a yard, 3rd down and 9.
A lot of activity from that Lamar defense. They started out with a 4-3 look, then pretty soon they took one of their safeties, they ran him up there, and it was more of a 5-3 and a lot of stemming action, so that it's making it difficult for those offensive linemen to see who they have to block.
Tristan Volk, Raymond Miller, Leo Libanos, Randy Woodward, Riggs Tan, Reed Hall, and Daniel Abadka, other Bead Digger starters, the majority of those along the offensive line. It'll be 3rd down and a long 8. And already the Bead Diggers, less than a minute into the game, have to call a timeout. That was not good. Brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush, Home, Auto, Life, and Health. He's there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. I'm surprised this happened on offense, but maybe the nerves are setting in considering it's the first home game.
Absolutely, and remember, even though you have some seniors out there, you have a lot of kids that haven't had that much playing time, so they're going to have those jitters coming into every game, especially the home opener.
Official, it'll be a 3rd and 8 from the 22. And it was pretty evident there that Coach Call wanted to establish the passing game just based on that first play. And Lamar was obviously reading run because, as we mentioned, Shaver was open, but it was not executed the way the Beat Diggers wanted. 3rd down and 8. Looks like Maltos Garcia is in a shotgun. Receiver split to the left and right. Coe is in motion to the right. Rolling to his right is Maltos Garcia. Still rolling. Takes off with the football, and he's going to be hit just past the 25-yard line, short of a first down. Ridden out of bounds over there by Caleb Amrine. The gain is to the 20, close to the 28, a gain of about 5. 4th and about 3. This Beat Digger offense is so proficient, Dave. I think they're going for it.
If they don't go for it, they're certainly going to be considering a long count. Try to draw the Savages off sides since they're doing so much blitz. And last time they came out in a 5-2 look and then they stemmed a guy back. It was more of a 4-3.
4th and 3 from their 27-yard line. Under center is Mount. And do we have another timeout called by the Beat Diggers? Check that. Lamar has called a timeout. Yeah, they weren't expecting that. They took out members of the special teams. And Dave, this could be a respect-defining moment. They probably feel Lamar does it. They're going for it from their own 27.
I think that could be a coaching point too. Is Reed calls he's smart. And, I'm sure he paid attention to notice that they put a lot of guys out there for that special team, maybe figuring it wasn't necessarily their best defensive players, giving him a chance to pick up a short yardage, 4th down.
So it's 4th and a short 3 just outside the 27. And the Beat Diggers are going for it. Nobody's in punt formation. Hirschfeld, Shaver, and Maltos Garcia are in the backfield. Mount under center. Realigning himself to the right is the tight end Reed Hall. A huge play already, less than a minute into the game. Handoff left side, Shaver, first down to the 35, into the clear at the 50, by himself at the 30. Goodbye, Clay Shaver, 73 yards, and a touchdown for Shaver, and the Beat Diggers lead 6-0.
If you were going to predict a play there with 4th and 4, you'd think, maybe something to the outside, maybe a reverse like what Coach Call ran last week, maybe a little trickery, but there wasn't any. The 2 lead backs, they went right, Shaver went left, basically between the guard and the tackle, and he was untouched. There was just nobody there.
How good is this guy? Shaver?
But, the hole was big enough a truck could drive through it, so credit Shaver, but also recognize that the hole was there because of that offensive line.
The extra point to be attempted, and the ball bounces into Maltos Garcia, tries to run out of it. He's going to be tackled on a terrible snap to the holder. 10:50 to go in the opening quarter. It's Brush 6, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Clay Shaver does it again. This guy explodes out of the gate, and he's done it here for a 3rd consecutive game. And the Beat Diggers with a 6-0 lead on a 73-yard run. And Jaron Peterson to kick it off. That was simply a 4-play drive. It took a minute 10 because of the first 3 plays. Lamar has 2 players at the 15-yard line, including Evan Beard. Peterson waiting for the official signal. The Beat Diggers got to get better on special teams. That's a concern. Pretty deep kick, fielded at around the 8. Running left to the 15. That's Beard along the sideline to the 20. And then he's driven down at about the 27, 28-yard line. Ben Brown in on the hit for the Beat Diggers, along with Reed Hall. He's been more of a playmaker in the last couple of weeks. Lamar has it at their own 28-yard line to begin their first drive of the game.
You're right, the kickoff team did a good job of staying in their lanes as they ran down there, and they definitely kept containment, forcing Beard to run it back to the middle.
And Coach Call said during Beat Digger Blastoff he's going to try some different things on defense, different looks to see the Beat Diggers are more successful in the opening half.
Yeah, they're lined up in looks like a 4-4 right now.
1st and 10 for the 28. They're out of a shotgun. And play action. Rolling right is Braden Forney, and he throws the ball underneath. It's caught by Beard. Then he's going to be held up by Matos Garcia beyond the 30 to the 31. There was pressure there as B.J. Hirschfeld was coming. And the gain is about 3 yards to the 31. It'll be 2nd down and 7 to go for Lamar.
A lot of misdirection. They faked an inside handoff from that end coming around, and then another fake earlier to the guy up the middle, and Forney just kept the ball and dumped it off.
Forney with one setback on 2nd down and 7 from the 31. Actually, he's naked backfield, trips to the left out of a shotgun. Forney back to throw, pressure coming along the sideline. The pass is incomplete. Behind Beard, the intended receiver at the 47. Looks like Beard's going to be a big weapon considering they used him out of the backfield, and there as a receiving threat. 3rd and 7 to go for the Savages.
Well, I know Beard and Forney both had a big impact on the game against Alamosa last week. Forney actually had a lot of yards running it, didn't he?
Absolutely. He's over 100, I believe. By the way, the first Bee Digger score of the game brought to you by MMI International. When buying a mixer feeder truck, nothing compares to the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. 842-5161. Now 2 in the backfield out of a shotgun. 3rd and 7. There's the give to the deep back Beard across the 30 as he took it at the 28 but hit it around the 34. Bee Digger stacked him up there. It's a gain of 3. And looked like Matthew Coe getting some playing time, and Randy Woodward brought him down. It'll be 4th and 5, just a gain now. They'll call it of 2. And Lamar will have to punt, and in punt formation is Charlie Ferris, a 5'11 senior. Or is that might be Murphy. Low snap. Gets it off. That's a terrible punt off the side of his foot, headed towards the Lamar sideline on the right side. That was Murphy. Out of bounds in Lamar territory at the 46. So that essentially, at the 45 now, a 12-yard punt. The Bee Diggers are in great shape.
Yeah, we'll take that. Defensively saw some new faces out there. Gunnar Guzman, number 16, he's a sophomore, getting some playing time. You mentioned Matt Coe, another sophomore out there. And, of course, Ben Brown's been out there, another sophomore. So, again, Coach Call's doing a good job of getting those younger guys playing time and getting them in the game and building for the future.
1st and 10 from the Lamar 45-yard line. In motion to the right is Matos Garcia. Mounts will pitch it right. A seam to the outside for Hirschfeld at the 40-yard line. He barrels into a defender, but a flag is down at the 42. He got to the 36, a gain of 9, but normally in that area, it's an offensive penalty.
Yeah, a lot of times guys are trying to seal right there off the end, and that's right where they threw that flag.
This will be a hold against Brush. It's too bad, Dave. It was an excellent run and kind of away from the play.
Yeah, it was. By the time the flag was thrown, Hirschfeld was probably 7 yards down the field, but who's to say it didn't happen earlier?
And it was down the field because the football's at the 49, so it's only a 6-yard penalty, so give Hirschfeld 4 yards and then draw him back 10. So it's essentially 1st down and 16 at their own 49-yard line. Matos Garcia is in a shotgun. In motion to the left is Coe. 2-step drop. Matos Garcia takes off with the football. Jitterbugs up the middle to the 40-yard line. Up the left sideline to the 35. 1st down as he spins across the 35 to about the 33. Matos Garcia with some shifty moves. And now he's down after he gains 18 yards and he's not getting up.
He was hurt. He's been hurt. He's been playing real gutsy. Last week we saw him limp around quite a bit. I know he's being bothered by an ankle. We'll see if that's what this is. Man,
it looks like he's favoring his side a little bit. And without him, this greatly depletes this offense, Dave. Now, the good news is if Brush gets out to a sizable lead, then the one thing they can certainly do is preserve some of their keyer players. And Matos Garcia, let's face it, if you're to break down top 5 players on his team, he's on that list.
Oh, absolutely. Offensively and defensively. Makes a lot of plays. And also he's really smart. When he's out there on the field, he often is helping guide some of those other guys, having been in some critical situations these last couple of years.
And he's okay. I think he just took a hard shot to the midsection or somewhere on the right side because he wasn't favoring his ankle. In fact, he's running off the field. But they might sit him the remainder of this drive. He does feel some pain coming off the field, though. No question about it. You know when you feel like you're doing great and you might need some water, as looks like A.D. Scott Hodson is attending to him. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers at the Lamar 33. Trent Mounts is in a shotgun. 2 receivers split out each side. Shaver's in motion to the left, and Shaver's got the football. It's got the sideline to the 30-yard line, and he spins, and maybe a first down as he goes out of bounds, either right at the stick or right before the stick. And let's give him 10 yards, Dave, because he's short of a first down, but he's short of a first down by almost nothing.
Just that end around, just that fly action, quick handoff, caught the defensive end of the Savages, not crossing that line of scrimmage and getting containment.
2nd down in inches, just shy of the 23-yard line. Again, Mount in a shotgun. Great situation for the Bee Diggers to be in. Shaver doesn't have it. Mount takes it up the middle to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and he's taken down from behind in the open field. First down as Trent Mount goes for the 23 to the 7, a gain of 16. Before the hit was made over there by Braden Forney, the 5'11 senior. Of course, is this team's quarterback.
Not sure what the Lamar defense is doing with all that stemming and all that action. You know, they have to be in sort of a gap control sort of a defense. This offensive line's taking advantage of that.
1st and goal at the 7. Mount looking back for play instructions. 3 in the backfield. Turns, hands it off to the D-back. Maltos Garcia up the middle towards the goal line. And I believe he's going to be short by actually maybe 3 yards. I thought he lunged forward even more. Tackle made by Montgomery. Bee Diggers in a no-huddle offense. Looks like it's at the 3. Mount again under center. Hands it off to Shaver. Left side. He does not get in. He's closing in on the goal line. Looks like he got to the 1 for a gain of 2. 3rd down and goal. This will be just the 5th play of the drive for the Bee Diggers, and they're right on the doorstep of taking a double-digit lead. 7:25 to go in the opening quarter. The Bee Diggers scored in their first drive a 73-yard gallop on 4th and 3 from their own 27. A risky move, but Coach Call made the right call, and it paid off. 3rd down and goal. Hirschfeld, Maltos Garcia, and Shaver are in the backfield. Maltos Garcia's in motion to the right. Mount hands it off to Maltos Garcia. He barrels his way into the end zone for a Bee Digger touchdown from 1 yard out. And the Bee Diggers now lead by a score of 12-0. It was B.J. Hirschfeld who got the carry.
3 plays in a row. The Diggers came out with an unbalanced line to the right side, so they were really strong right. Then 2 plays in a row, they cut it back to the weak side where we only had a couple of blockers. Those 2 blockers, Tristan Volk and Riggs Tan, both did a great job of opening up the hole.
Extra point is off to the left. Well, the Bee Diggers do have a 12-0 lead. 7:01 to go in the opening quarter on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Once again, an extra point was no good for the Bee Diggers, but they score on B.J. Hirschfeld's 1 yard run. A plunge, I should say. Bee Diggers are in the lead by a score of 12-0. Peterson boots it high and a little bit short to Beard at the 10, running to his right across the field towards the 15. Skips over a defender, then Reed Hall's got him at about the 16 or 17-yard line. Excellent special teams play by Brush. And this Bee Digger team, Dave, has gained a ton of confidence since after week 1.
They're just playing with a lot of excitement. You could see it out there. Those guys are jumping around and high-fiving each other. It's neat to see them have that confidence.
First and 10 for the Bee Diggers, or check that for Lamar. At their own 17-yard line with 6:54 to go in the opening quarter. Forney in the shotgun, high snap, takes off with the football, and he broke out of a tackle and now bulls his way across the 20 to the 21, a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. I thought Bee Diggers had him back there. The initial hit was made by Riggs Tan, a junior.
Again, Diggers come out in that 4-4 defense. They blitz 2 linebackers on this same side. A lot of trickery back there. It's hard to tell who has the football. Good thing on our backside over there, our linebackers and defensive linemen doing a good job of staying home.
Second down. And 7 to go for Lamar. Trips to the left in a shotgun 40. One-step drop. Throws to his left. And it's caught. But great play out there by B.J. Hirschfeld for a 3-yard loss. And the receiver, Evan Reed. Man, talk about reading it perfectly. Hirschfeld, I think, had the playbook. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just a great play there by Hirschfeld. But also, Matthew Coe was coming on a blitz from the strong side. And, boy, he was in Forney's face before he could throw the football.
3rd down, and we'll call it about 9 at about the 18-yard line. Again, Forney's in that shotgun, awaiting the snap. Back to throw, plenty of time, rolls to his right. Here comes Coe, and Coe tries to bring him down, but he slips out of it, but he's brought down anyway. Coe actually tripped him up, and then it was cleaned up at the 17-yard line by another beat digger, and that was Tristan Volk. And Matthew Coe getting a lot of playing time in this game, and that results in a 1-yard loss, 4th and 10. Excellent defense so far by Brush.
Tell you what, if you're going to describe Coe's style of play, I would say it's all out, because when he heads into the backfield, he was mirroring the quarterback as the quarterback rolled out to the right side, but as soon as he saw the quarterback look like he was going to tuck it and run, he came forward 100 mile an hour.
Out of punt. This is not Murphy this time. That punt bounces at the 49, and Shaver fields it at the 49 of Lamar, breaks 2 tackles, then he's down at the 45. That was a little bit risky. And that punt delivered that time by Colton Eberhardt. It went for 31 yards and a return of about 3. And Brush again, an outstanding field position at the Lamar 46-yard line with 4:39 to go in the opening quarter. Brush leads 12-0 on a 73-yard run by Clay Shaver and a 1-yard plunge by B.J. Hirschfeld. And the Bee Diggers were only stopped in the first 3 plays of their first drive before that big play. 1st and 10. Shaver's in motion to the left. Maltos Garcia in a shotgun. Takes off with the football up the middle. He lunges across the 45 to the 42. Nice gain of 4 yards. The tackle was made by Caleb Amrine. It'll be 2nd down and 6 to go, and the Bee Diggers have so many different ways of using their weapons to gain yardage.
Yeah, Coach Calls, he's just a genius at figuring out where the defense is weak. And right now you got to believe that Lamar's thinking about, every time we stem, they seem to be hitting us when we're on our heels. We'll have to see if they settle down and start playing a little more solid defense.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Out of a shotgun is baby Maltos Garcia. Hirschfeld in motion to the right. Has the football, swings it to the right side, across the 35. He's got a 1st down, but there's a flag down at the 38. This could be the 2nd penalty on offense against the Bee Diggers. Probably a hold right there, and the 2nd time they've held, if that's the case, when Hirschfeld had the football.
And that's unlucky for him. All that happens, your wide receivers, they're responsible for stock blocking those corners out there. And
how about that, Dave? They picked up the flag.
Hey, we'll take it.
It's a gain of 10. 10 for Hirschfeld. 1st and 10 from the 32. You wonder on a play like that why a flag would be picked up. Usually maybe on a potential pass interference or something like that, but normally if it's thrown around the line of scrimmage, it's pretty definitive. Not that calls are not blown.
Well, Shaver blocked 2 guys over here on this end, and one of them was turned, but the other one wasn't, so.
Under center is Mount. 3 in the backfield, all next to each other. 1st and 10 from the 32. Mount hands it off to the D-back, running right and getting maybe a yard. It's going to be Maltos Garcia. Read that perfectly. Michael Weber Johnson made the hit. It's a gain of 1 to the 31, 2nd down and 9. And the Bee Diggers are in a no-huddle offense. 3:20 to go, first quarter. The Bee Diggers lead 12-0. They've scored on their first 2 possessions and have dominated field position. 2-back split. Shaver now the deep back behind those 2. He's got the football up the middle. First down into the secondary at the 15, the 10. Sideline, touchdown. Shaver does it again, his second touchdown of the game. And the Bead Diggers lead 18-0. That from 31 yards away.
Yeah, again, just run that trap up the middle, and let's just give credit again to that offensive line. Labanos heads it up there in the middle. You got Miller and Woodward. You also have Volk and Riggs-Tan, and those guys are just tearing it up with some good blocking.
Yeah, we understand the server for Hootsuite 31 on the touchdown. Apparently not getting those updates out there, even though we're posting them. Now they'll go for two. Shaver's 2 touchdowns have totaled 104 yards. Under center is Mount. Mount, play action. Rolling to his right, takes off with a football. Going to try to get to the end zone. He's going to fall short of it. Tackled it around the 3-yard line. He was taken out over there by 3 defenders, including Richard Gallegos. 3:04 to go in the opening quarter. Brush 18, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran, Dave Urig. On another short drive by the Bead Diggers, 46 yards, I should say. Covered less than a couple of minutes, and the Bead Diggers have an 18-0 lead. Clay Shaver scores from 31 yards away. Peterson to kick it off high and fielded at the 12. Running to his right to the 15-yard line, across the 15 to the 25 now. Has the sideline as Valentin Flores, before Flores is taken out of bounds. Trent Mount made the hit.
Yeah, Mount had to hit him low with his head in front, caught him in the legs, and actually needed to take him out of bounds to make the play over there.
Brush has scored in a minute 10. They also scored just over 2 minutes. 1st and 10 from the 38. That was a return of about 26 yards for Lamar. And they got to figure things out before this becomes a complete blowout. In a shotgun, Forney back to throw. Throws to his right. Intercepted by Shaver along the sideline. In front of the Lamar sideline. Shaver has got an interception in each of the last 2 games at the 44-yard line. And the Bead Diggers again have incredible field position. And we still have 2:52 to go in the opening quarter.
Lamar just tried to run that out pattern, and Shaver alertly from his linebacker position just stayed there close, read the quarterback, knowing the quarterback's right-handed. The quarterback's been rolling right this whole game, and just used his head and stepped in front of that pass.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of Lamar. This 18-point quarter, I believe, is the highest scoring this season for Brush, but they might not be done in this quarter. Mount will hand it off on the left side to Matos Garcia at the 40-yard line. Then he's driven down right there, picking up 4 yards in the play. Evan Beard was in on the hit along with a couple of other Savages. 2nd down and 6 to go for Lamar. And the Bead Diggers in a no-huddle offense once again. So we're now under 2.5 minutes to go in the first. 18-0 Brush. Shaver has 2 touchdowns. Hirschfeld with 1. On 2nd and 6 from the 40. There's the give to Shaver. Up the middle to the 35. First down. And he plunges his way to the 30-yard line. Getting up slowly again is Matos Garcia. It's a gain of 10. Clay Shaver's been our player of the week the first 3 weeks. He's on his way to doing it again. 1st and 10 from the 30. Mount turning around, looking, realigning his offense, hands it off to Shaver, up the left side, inside the 25-yard line, or maybe just right there. Thought he might have plunged his way across the 25, but the hit was made at about the 26, a gain of, we'll call it 4. Ivan Villaseñor made the hit.
Shaver already has 131 yards on 7 carries, so he's on his 300 track again.
He had 272, I believe is what was posted. Pretty similar to the numbers we had. Just inside the 26, 2nd down and a long 5. Matos Garcia's in motion to the right. There's the give to Hirschfeld. Spins out of a tackle, then he's down. but he picked up a couple of yards. That could have been worse. Got to watch out with that ankle because, man, he was grabbed low and the hit was made. For nearly inside of a minute to go in the first.
You're right, that Savage had a hold of his foot, and he actually turned around. He was standing straight up and down, was kind of kicking his leg, trying to kick his leg loose when the other kid came in and cleaned it up.
B-Diggers are now in a huddle. 3rd down and 4 from the 24. This is their 4th drive of the opening quarter. The defense has been outstanding for Brush. Only thing that's failed has been point after touchdowns. From the 24, handoff, Shaver, left side, and he's going to spin. He's going to fall short of the first down at the 22. Not a bad thing, Dave, because I think the B-Diggers will not have to snap the football until the beginning. Let's see if they start the play clock. It's 25 seconds to go. They might have to run one more play. Oh, they just started the play clock now, so they don't have to run a play until the second quarter. So we played 12 minutes of football in his home opener for 2015. The score, Brush 18, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 18-0 Brush as we head to quarter number 2. They've total domination.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Brush has got 204 yards on the ground already, led by Shaver with 133 yards. Lamar's only been able to come up with a couple of yards total offense, both of those on the ground.
Starting the second quarter,
and the B-Diggers will go for it. On 4th and 2 from the 22. The D-back is Matos Garcia. And now I think the B-Diggers are going to take a timeout. There was a problem with the formation there. Brought to you by Greg Mullen, State Farm Insurance, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give them a call at 842-4555. Yeah, there's been a couple of slip-ups here, but the execution has not been in question at all.
Nah, they've done a good job, especially you can tell on that offensive line. You know, we're talking about all the great runs and plays that Hirschfeld and Shaver have had and Maltos Garcia in this first quarter. But I'm telling you, that line is just doing a good job. And Lamar's got some beef up there. You know, not really tall guys, but some very thick guys. Guys that have a profile a lot more like mine, and those guys are hard to push around.
Well, let's see what happens now. Fourth down and 2 for the 22.
Fourth and 2 for the Diggers at the 22-yard line.
Under center is Mount on 4th and 2 from the 22. With a hard count. Play action. Look at the throw. Wide open is the tight end Abadka at the 8-yard line. He was overthrown. It now it would have been a touchdown. Oh, boy, that play was executed perfectly except the throw. That throw was not good by Mount, and so open was Abadka. That would have been 6.
Yeah, similar to an 81 dump. Put that guy in motion and let him run up the sideline over there and let him think pass out there. And that's what took the free safety with them when they had their other 10 guys all up here on the line of scrimmage. And Albarca just got right behind him, and it seemed like Mont threw off his back foot a little bit there as he had some pressure.
And he's got to do a better job, David, throwing the ball. He struggled with his accuracy. Of course, that first pass to Shaver, it was right there for him, and he's got a lot of talent, but you got to execute that. 1st and 10 Lamar. They take over on downs at their own 22. Man in motion. There's the handoff. Big hole up the middle of the 25. In the secondary, first down, breaking tackles across the 40 to the 45 is Colton Eberhardt. It's a gain of 23, but there's a flag down. Just spotted the flag at the 22. And this will be a chop block against Brush. Well, 23 yards, and they're going to tack on even more. Another 15. Yeah, you never see that, Dave, or you rarely see it on defense.
Yeah, somebody just took one of those offensive linemen out, or possibly maybe a lead blocker. That might have been the guy that they went after, but Brush has just got to do a better job of tackling. They had a lot of opportunities there up close to that line of scrimmage, and just kind of making some arm tackles, not getting our head in front, and not tackling low enough.
AC Ice proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. When you need ice, don't settle for any frozen water. Old frozen AC Ice from the 40. There's the handoff, left side, another big hole. Across the 30, breaking a tackle to the 25, still on his feet. And still some shoddy tackling by the Bead Diggers. Inside the 25 to the 22 is Valentin Flores. And it's a gain of 18. And a Lamar first down. That looks like a different team the last two plays. With 11:35 to go in the second quarter, and the Bead Diggers leading 18-0, but they cannot rest on their laurels.
Well, like we said before, Lamar's got some really good play action going on out there, and Diggers didn't know where the ball was, and the defensive ends are going to have to stay home and not start chasing people around.
1st and 10 for Lamar at the Bead Digger 22. Braden Forney in a shotgun. High snap. Forney takes off with a football, and then he's hit after a gain of 1, maybe 2, and driven back at the 21-yard line. That's more like it. Matt Coe and a few other Bead Diggers in on the play. Getting up for the bottom of the pile is Clay Shavery. Or check that. That wasn't Shaver. That was Reed Hall instead. 2nd down, and we'll call it 9 to go for the Savages.
Yeah, the Savages that time ran like a double wing look where they have those 2 slots up there close. They brought the guy on the right side in motion around the back, and again, trying to get the Diggers to bite on those fakes.
2nd down and 9 from the 21. Forney again out of the gun. Has the football. Will hand it off to the D-back, and a big hole for Flores across the left side. He's inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. I think he got inside the 5 before he's knocked out of bounds. Might have stepped out just prior to that. We're still waiting for the spot. It's a gain of 14 to the 7. 1st and goal for Lamar with 10:29 to go in quarter number 2, but they are threatening now. They have not scored against the Bead Diggers in the last game plus. Bead Diggers shut them out last year, 42-0 in Lamar. From the 7, out of the shotgun, Forney hands it off left side. That is Flores, and he's got a few yards to about the 3, maybe the 2. It's a gain of 4. This will be the 6th play of the drive, and they're moving the ball rather quickly. 2nd and goal from the 3.
Flores has 36 yards on 3 carries, and Lamar finding a weakness over there on our defensive right side and just picking away at it.
That's why that incompletion was so crucial when the Bead Diggers looked like they were going to go up by 4 touchdowns. From the 3, out of a shotgun, Forney will hand it off up the middle, and stretching and lunging into the end zone for a touchdown is Colton Eberhardt. And the Savages are on the board with 9:50 to go in the opening half. It's Brush 18, Lamar 6, 3 yards away.
Yeah, just pat that Forney on the back. He's really freezing our linebackers. Constantly think he has the ball, and just doing a good job of freezing us and handing the ball off and keeping us off balance.
Ivan Villaseñor to attempt the extra point. Awaiting the snap. Looked like the Bead Diggers were off sides. They tried to read it. I mean, this game, Dave, is far from over. Far from over. I mean, that's a cliche, but after they just went, because that drive surprised me, quite frankly, after the Bead Diggers had them figured out. Well, here we go now. The extra point to be attempted from a little bit closer. High snap. The kick is up. And that kick is just inside the left upright. It's good. 9:50 to go. First half. It is Brush 18, Lamar 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 6 plays, 78 yards in 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Colton Eberhardt scores from 3 yards out. And the Bead Digger lead is down to 11, 18-7. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urig. B&J Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs, from clogged drains to a major construction project. 522-3828. And Brenda Robinette, your farmer's insurance agent, will work to provide unique, customized coverage at an affordable price. 522-1341. This will be a squib right up the gut. It'll be fielded on a big hop by Matos Garcia at the 15 to the 20. Jitterbugs to the 30. And then he's met by several Savages at the 33. And for the Bee Diggers, that's poor field position, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, we'll definitely take it again. That was a weird squib, too, as he kicked it, more like you'd kick an onside kick to get that, that top heavy roll that gets the big bounce. And lucky for us, it took that big bounce and landed right in Maltos's hands.
1st and 10 at the 33. See if the Bee Diggers keep it on the ground, although it could be a confidence builder for Trent Mount if he could complete a pass or two. Because he's run those plays nicely, just got to find the touch. Out of a shotgun is Mount. Mount will hand it off to Shaver. A little hole up the middle across the 35. Or he's taken down around the ankles, close to the 38. Let's see if they give him that much. Middle of that defensive line in on the play, including Nate Cousins. It's actually a linebacker at 5'11". 2nd down and 6, a gain of 4 to the 37.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 5.
Still got plenty of time in the second quarter. Slow-moving first half. Mount in a shotgun on 2nd down and 6 from the 37. Low snap, hands it off to Shaver. He's thrown for a loss. I think everybody knew he was getting the ball, and he's taken down at the 36, a loss of 1. And count them, there were 4 Savages in on that hit.
Yeah, the low snap started it. Made it hard to get that mess the timing up.
Well, we've seen 2 different quarters so far. The Bee Diggers thoroughly dominated the first, and Lamar so far getting the better of the Bee Diggers in the second. 3rd down and 6 to go from their own 36-yard line. Again, Trent Mount is in the gun. Receivers split left and right. Perfect snap. Mount looking to throw underneath. It's caught by Shaver. 1st down to the 40. Along the sideline as he tiptoes his way out of bounds. Beautiful throw there. It was a short one, but it's the good one for Trent Mount. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers, and that was a critical play for Brush all the way to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11.
Yeah, beautiful touch on the ball. He didn't set up. He rolled out to the right and threw the ball. His feet were probably off the ground when he let go of it, but just a nice spiral, easy to catch.
8:23 to go, second quarter. Brush 18, Lamar 7. In motion to the left is Shaver. In the shotgun. Mount to hand it off up the middle, and virtually nothing. A half yard there for Maltos Garcia. The initial penetration for Lamar came from Nate Cousins once again. 2nd down and 9, a gain of 1 to the 48.
Lamar subbed a couple of their big defensive linemen out of the game now. Got a couple, put just one other big guy in there and another linebacker. Starting to anticipate the pass.
Bee Diggers taking their time in the huddle. Clock has been stopped momentarily. Now restarts. 2nd down and 9 for Brush at their own 48-yard line. Mount looking over towards the sideline. He's got the play instructions. 3 in the backfield. This could be Shaver time once again. It's a pitch left to Shaver, and he tries to break out of a tackle, and then he lunges his way towards the 49. Man, he got something out of nothing because he was hit initially by Evan Beard. Nearly horse-collared him. They'll give him close to the 50. Let's give him a gain of 2. 3rd down and a long 7.
He was caught from behind on that play. His Beard went on a blitz, and he did that quick pitch out here to this side. Shaver was reading his lead blocker to see if he was going to take it to the sideline or cut it up, and by the time he made his decision, Beard just caught him from behind.
Looks like Matthew Coe is checking out. 3rd down. Wow. Thought they might have huddled there with 12.
Breaks up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7. Hirschfeld's in motion to the right. They're at midfield. Trent Mount looking to his right. Swings it right side to Maltos Garcia. He wants to throw the ball. Wide open. The pass is over the head of Ben Brown at the 20-yard line, and it's incomplete. That was a lateral, and that would have worked just like the previous drive when Mount had Abadka wide open. It's 4th down, Dave, and 2 plays that just required more touch. That would have been 6 points.
Yeah, we need a little more touch from Maltos. That was tough because, again, he had a guy in his face, and he had to, fall backwards as he threw the ball to avoid the sack. But at the same time, Brown, it looked like he kind of got stopped or twisted around over there and wasn't able to keep running down the field.
I think the officials are discussing whether that's an illegal pass. I think it was slightly behind where Mount threw it, which means it wouldn't be a pass to Maltos Garcia. That would be a lateral. But now they're discussing that. If it's an illegal pass, it's obviously a penalty. They're going to wave it off. He had no penalty.
That was a double pass. And as long as you're behind that line of scrimmage.
Flag has been waved.
It'll be 4th down, and the Bee Diggers will punt at midfield, leading 18-7, 6:51 to go before the break. And we've had problems here with the punting game. If you're the Bee Diggers, Daniel Abadka to punt at his own 35. Valentin Flores standing at the 10. The snap is a little bit high. He gets it off. It's a punt that lands at the 21-yard line, takes a Bee Digger roll, and down at the 16. That's what the Bee Diggers wanted. 34-yard punt, no return by Abadka. And Lamar has it. This is a critical defensive stand now for the Bee Diggers with 6:43 to go, leading by 11 in the second quarter, because Lamar took it right down the field the last time they had the football.
Yeah, and they came running right at us right off the bat, up the middle, and put us on our heels, so we weren't making those low tackles like we needed to. But remember, part of that was that bad penalty on that chop block, so Diggers going to have to play smart, play clean, but just make the tackles.
1st and 10 Lamar at their own 16-yard line. Forney in a shotgun, awaits the snap, and there was movement.
Penalty flag on the play.
Should be a false start against Lamar. That would set them back to the 11.
False start indicated.
Still got to make the plays here, though. How many times have we seen the Bee Diggers in favorable defensive situations?
Over the years.
Yeah, you're right. Not just this year. Allow the opposing team to make a first down. So it's 1st and 15 for the 11. And plenty of time. 6:42 to go in the second. Braden Forney, the quarterback, in a shotgun, standing at his own 6-yard line. Flores in motion. Handoff Eberhard up the middle. He's got a big hole across the 15-yard line before he spun around and tackled at the 18. It's a gain of 7. Randy Woodward and Baby Matos Garcia in on the hit.
They were running that double wing again, and they brought the slot from the right side in motion. This time he ran on the inside of the quarter, between the quarterback and the center, and I'm not sure if that didn't disrupt the visibility for our linebackers.
It's a brand new game if they score, no doubt about it. Bee Diggers would still be in the lead. 2nd down and 8 for the 18-yard line. Again out of the gun with one setback. Flores in motion to the left. The quarterback takes off with the football, and across the 20 to the 25 is Forney. They had him in the backfield, could not bring him down. Gained 7 yards in the play. For some reason, the official was going to stop the clock. I don't think he's got a first down. Randy Woodward in on the play, getting up slowly for the Bee Diggers is Tristan Volk. In fact, he's limping. He's going to have to take him out of the game. Yeah, he can't stay in there. Reed Hall's going to check in. Yeah, he's limping badly. They might have to stop the clock, and they do with 5:59 to go before halftime. Yeah, he's in pain over there. So Volk is out of the game with an ankle injury. 5'11 senior. 3rd and 1 to go for Lamar at their own 25-yard line. The way they're running the football is going to be very difficult for Brush to stop them.
From their 25-yard line.
Forney in a shotgun. There's the give on the right side. That'll be a first down. And then a late flag there. That might be against Lamar. Michael Weber Johnson got the carry, but let's see if this is coming back. Boy, in a 3rd and 1, you make a mistake like that, it's holding against Lamar. That is critical. What a huge mistake by the Savages on a short yardage situation, I should say.
Yeah, they tried to seal that off, and their tight end was able to get his arms around Reed Hall, and we'll take that hold call.
And if the Bee Diggers can somehow stop Lamar and go on one of those long drives before the half with Lamar receiving the second half kickoff.
3rd down and 8.
It's at the 18, so that hold was a little bit downfield. 3rd and 8 for the 18. Flores in motion. Play action, looking to throw. Here comes Hall. The throw is going to be almost intercepted, and it's caught but out of bounds by Eberhard. Shaver nearly had his second pick along the sideline at the 23-yard line. Went right off his hands into Eberhard's hands, but out of bounds. And the Bee Diggers have held this Savage offense, and they will have very good field position, you would assume, as the Savages have to punt.
Reed Hall again from his defensive end position here on our defensive left side. He was able to see that quarterback fake that handoff and then roll out over here to the right. And he was over there and got that big body and his hands up in his face and made it tough for Forney to throw the ball any sooner.
Eberhardt to punt, standing at his own 3-yard line. That ball bounces and it's off his helmet. He picks it up. He's going to take off. He's going to throw underneath. The pass is going to be caught but short of the first down. Matthew Coe makes a big hit at about the 23-yard line. Let's see who caught that football out there. And the pass was caught by Jesse Shelton. Hey, that turned into a 5-yard gain to the 23, but now the B-Diggers have even better field position.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that play was one of those where it could have been disastrous. You pat Lamar on the back for being able to run that fire out of that bumbled snap and punt, and they almost were able to come up with the first down there, but Matt Coe just had a great open field tackle. It wasn't on the legs either.
No, that was huge. 1st and 10 for the B-Diggers at the Lamar 23. 5:23 to go, second quarter. Brush leads Lamar 18-7. They scored in their first 3 drives of the game. Mount with the count. Hands off to Shaver at the 20. Back up the middle to the 15. First down as he lunges inside the 15 to either the 13 or the 12. Before the tackle was made by Caleb Amrine, it's a gain of, they'll give him 9. But that ball's sitting at the 13. I'll still give him 10. I mean, that's like the other one over here. It was 2nd and inches. Just shy of the 13-yard line. Now the B-Diggers can do whatever they want on 2nd and inches. Mount awaits the snap. As the football hands it off to Shaver, breaks out of a tackle at the 10, spins inside the 10 to the 5, still going, and he drives defenders into the end zone. Is it in? Is he in? I don't think so. The arms are not up now. It's a touchdown. A late call by the officials. What a run. 13 yards away by Clay Shaver. And the B-Diggers lead 24-7.
He just refused to go down. He was spinning and fighting, and that's a good example of where, anybody that's watching that's a defensive kind of guy, that's why everybody's got to get on there. And when a guy's got a hold of a guy's legs, everybody else has got to help out. And they were just coming at him one at a time, and he broke every one of the attempts.
It's 3rd touchdown of the game. They're going to go for 2 again. They've had trouble with point after touchdown. Under center is Mount. Maltos Garcia is in motion to the right. He pitches left to Shaver. He's got all the running room to the outside. Slips out of 2 tackles. He's in for the 2-point conversion. 4:41 to go. Second quarter. It's Brush 26, Lamar 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Clay Shaver scores his 3rd touchdown of the game. This came from 13 yards away, and the B-Diggers lead now 26-7.
Johnny Cyprian, he was the guy that came in and took Tristan Volk's spot at that left guard position, and he had to pull from there. He pulled to the outside and kicked the defensive end out, made the big block that sprung that open. So the Diggers showing some depth there on that offensive line.
And they have scored on 4 possessions today and finally converted. After that 4th touchdown of the game. Jaron Peterson to boot it. Low line drive. And it's into the end zone as it bounces at the 4. Nice job by JP. 1st and 10 for Lamar. 19-point lead now for the B-Diggers with 4:41 to go before halftime.
Gives everybody a chance to breathe deep when we have a kicker that can put it in the end zone like that. It wasn't very high. I'm not sure if the ball ever got much higher than the crossbar, but so much power behind it, it just screamed through the air and didn't allow the receiver a chance to judge if it was going to keep going or not.
Speaking of low kicks, did you see that Texas high school football kicker kicked it off the top of the referee's head, knocked off his cap, and the extra point was good. It went off the crossbar and over. Incredible. 1st and 10 for the 20. Man in motion. Forney back to throw. Plenty of time. Now protection breaking down. He slips out of it. Runs straight to the 22-yard line down at the 23. Might have gotten the 24. The initial hit was made by Reed Hall, a gain of 4. Second down and 6 to go for the Savages. It'll be second down again and 6 for the Bead Diggers with 4:18 to go in the second.
Forney has to be frustrated. 15 yards rushing on 5 carries, and he's a guy that typically gets 100 yards rushing a game.
What's Shaver up to yardage-wise, Dave?
Shaver's all the way up to 159 yards on 13 carries.
Wow, halfway, more than halfway to 300. Second down and 6. There's the handoff right side on the end around. And right there to make the hit at the 25-yard line for the Bead Diggers. Matos Garcia, but I think there was somebody else in there. Gunnar Guzman around the football. He really laid a pop.
No, Garcia, he was the first one there, and the only thing I could describe that as is if you've ever seen a car run into a tree. And Lamar hit him, and he just stopped him.
Gain of 2 for Evan Beard. Third down and 4 to go at the 26. And this is huge now for Lamar because they're down by 19. If they don't establish some momentum, the Bead Diggers could score again before halftime. Third and 4 from the 26 in a shotgun. Forney back to throw, 2-step drop. Deep over the middle, the pass is going to be incomplete. Well defended. I mean, you cannot cover any better than Gunnar Guzman did right there, all over the tight end, Charlie Ferris. Fourth down and 4 to go, and Lamar's going to have to punt. Outstanding defense, again, by the Bead Diggers. They've had just one breakdown in this game, one drive, and other than that, they've been flawless.
Yeah, and that was due to a penalty. I really think that penalty is what dropped the momentum for us on that. But the Diggers that time, they weren't in that forefront. They had 5 guys up on the line, so it was more of a 5-3.
The punt will be Eberhardt at his own 10-yard line. Matos Garcia and Shaver back to receive. Perfect snap. Light rush. Gets it off. A fluttering end over end. That's going to bounce at the 47. Take a Lamar roll. The Bead Diggers get out of the way. Down at the 43. Punt of 31 yards, and the Bead Diggers take over again. They've dominated field position in the opening half.
That's for sure. What a beautiful punt, though. You know, it went way up in the air. Not that far down the field, but boy, that had a lot of hang time. Matos Garcia put the wave up there to get the fair catch, and Shaver stood there to make sure nothing else happened and nobody got close to the ball.
And even 3 minutes to go in the opening half. Home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week and the best prime rib and other great specials on Friday and Saturdays. Atwood Steakhouse.
Cyprian's still in there at left guard for Tristan Volk.
First and 10 for the Bead Diggers. In motion to the right is Matos Garcia. And there's the give up the middle. Flag is down, and it was down immediately. And so is the ball carrier after maybe a gain of a half yard. B.J. Hirschfeld was the ball carrier. Is this illegal motion?
I think we might have lined up offsides.
That's illegal motion.
Illegal motion indicated against the Bead Diggers.
So it'll be either second and 10 or first and 15. If you give the Bead Diggers an extra down, they seem to capitalize on it, and it will be first and 15. Approaching the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urig. The Bead Diggers lead the Savages 26-7, 2:53 and running in the second quarter. First and 15 for Brush at their own 38-yard line. Mount with a long count. Hands it off to Shaver on the counter, running to the 40-yard line as a sideline towards the 50. Shaver's got a first down. Clay Shaver approaching 200 yards before halftime. Not there yet, but is able to get to the 45-yard line before Braden Forney makes the play. It's a gain of 17.
Gives him 174 yards now. Shaver, I think the play was supposed to run inside the tackle, but the hole was plugged and he was able to bounce it outside. And he just does such a good job of reading his blocks downfield.
Well, Dave, you've said it. Vision. You read it, and it's a combination of smarts and speed. First and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the 45-yard line of Lamar. Mount under center. Will hand it off on the right side to Matos Garcia. Is hit in the backfield and is going to lose a couple of yards to the 47. Michael Weber Johnson made the hit. Second down, and about 12 to go for Brush at the 47-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes to go before halftime with the Beat Diggers up by 19.
Lamar just called that one right. They had blitzes coming over there over our right tackle, and Maltos needed to run there, and there was just nowhere to go.
The leading agriculture lender in the area is Premier Farm Credit, member-owned and committed to sharing the profits through their patronage program in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. Premier Farm Credit. Second down and 12 to go from the 47. 1:29 to go with the Beat Diggers in Lamar territory. Looks like Lamar's coming on a blitz. Back to throw his mount. Looking, throwing, pressure coming, and he's going to be spun down. And then the ball is fumbled, but he was on the ground. He's going to take a sack at about the 41. So a loss of 2 is now a loss of close to 5 after that. Now the Beat Diggers in a major hole with less than a minute to go. They've got to get to the 35-yard line, and it's third down at about 18 to go. They're just outside of their own 47.
Coach College is bound and determined to get that passing game going, isn't he?
Oh, he's got to. I mean, you got to be balanced. Third down at about 18 to go from their own 47. Maltos Garcia is in a shotgun. Coes in motion to the left. Two-step drop. Maltos Garcia takes off with the football. Right sideline to the 50. Stutter steps back out there to the 46. He goes out of bounds. And clock was still rolling, and now it's stopped with 26.1 seconds to go. Let's see what yardage they give him. Looks like the 40. Is it the 44-yard line? Yeah, so the gain is 9 for Matos Garcia, 9 yards in the carry. So fourth down. Yeah, some extra time ran. They've got to put some time back on the clock. It's at 26.1. At halftime, we'll be honoring former Brush head coach Randy Dreitz. Will have that ceremony live on the field. And the Beat Diggers take a timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. It's the final timeout by the Beat Diggers. And even 30 seconds to go, well, if you don't get it, Dave, Lamar's got great field position, but very little time.
You know, I'm telling you what, with some of the trickery we saw last week, we were in this situation, and Coach Call moved Shaver out there to a more of a wideout position and then ran that reverse for a touchdown, I believe. So I'm sure he's got some tricks up his sleeve that are designed for this situation.
And at that point, it was a 15-14 game, and it became 22-14 at the break, and the Beat Diggers took off from there, driving right down the field, nearly a 7-minute drive to begin the third quarter. So let's see what tricks they have up there. So we've seen a reverse, an option pass today. The option pass didn't work because of the lack of touch on the ball, but it was executed very well from where the players were positioned. Ben Brown was open by 20 yards.
He might run that again.
4th and 9 from the 44 of Lamar. Shavers, one of the receivers to the right. 2 split out to each side. Maltos Garcia out of the gun. With 30 seconds to go, Shaver now in motion to the left. He's got the football, breaks out of a tackle. First down to the 35-yard line, spins away to the 33. And another great run by Clay Shaver. That's a gain of 11 with 22 and a half seconds to go. That was the 8th play of the drive. Evan Reed made the tackle. Beat Diggers got to race up there without timeouts. The clock stops for the movement of the chains. And now the clock restarts. 17 seconds to go. Got to get the play off. 1st and 10. 3-step drop for Maltos Garcia. Deep up the middle. The pass is incomplete. Shaver was open momentarily at around the 10, but too strong. It'll be 2nd down and 10 to go and even 10 seconds.
That was just like that 81 dump, that tight end dump that we tried to throw to Albarca earlier in the game. Same kind of miss, just throwing the ball over their head. Like you said, not a lot of touch on the ball.
Second down and 10 with the ball at the 33. You've got 2 plays left, you'd think, of the half. And you only have 2 plays left if this one produces a clock stoppage. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. With the B-Diggers holding a 19-point lead. Matos Garcia out of the shotgun. 5-step drop. Still looks. Then he's going to throw deep up the left side. The pass is going to be incomplete. Broken up near the goal line by Forney. Third down, 4.3 seconds to go. And Dave, it's time for a Hail Mary.
I'll tell you what, I like how they're just throwing the ball down the field. And you know what Coach Call does? He gets his guys lined up there on the line of scrimmage, and he looks to see where the free safety's lined up, and then that helps him make his decision on what kind of pass he's going to throw.
It'll be third down. It really doesn't matter that it's third down because this is the final play of the half unless we have a defensive penalty. From the 33-yard line. Shaver and Brown are the receivers to the right. Cole to the left, and now Coe is out to the right, now repositioning himself. Now in the backfield. On third down, Matos Garcia. Back to throw, rolls to his right. Pressure coming, still rolling. Throws it deep up the right side. That pass is going to be tipped, incomplete, intended for Shaver. And that is the end of the opening half. With the score, Brush 26, Lamar 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's begin the third quarter with the B-Diggers up 26-7. Jaron Peterson will kick it off for Brush. Runs up to the football. Line drive. Headed towards the sideline. Caught at the 10-yard line. That's Evan Beard to the 20. He tiptoes the sideline to the 35, and then he's taken down, but a good return over there before the special teams tackle was made. See if I can get a name on that one for the B-Diggers. I don't have need a fresh roster. That's one of the underclassmen, but a nice hit over there at the 32. A return of 22. That's where Lamar has it to begin the second half.
I know Hunter Bostrom was over there right in the middle of that as well. Lamar likes to run prescripted run backs, either run right or run left, and they try to set up a wall, and that time they were able to develop that wall.
First and 10 for Lamar at their own 32-yard line. Forney's in a shotgun. There's the handoff on the right side. Across the 35 is Beard, across the 40, and he's got a first down to about the 43 as Gunnar Guzman made the hit. And it's a gain of 11.
We're in a 5-3 that time. So we've gone from a 3-5, a 4-4, 5-3. Coach is trying to make things look a little confusing out there.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line for Lamar. They had one successful drive in the opening half. Forney again out of the gun. Man in motion to the right is Beard. There's the handoff on the left side to the 45, and lunging to the 47 is Evan Reed. Hasn't touched the ball too much. He picks up 4 yards in the play. B.J. Hirschfeld and Raymond Miller made the hit.
All the action for Lamar was coming over here to the right. They were in that double wing again, and they got all the flow going right, and then they handed back with an inside handoff back to the left and caught us over there looking for the ball.
Second down and 6 at the 47-yard line. Again, Forney's out of the gun on their own side of the field. Man in motion has the handoff, running left, utilizing the sideline across the 50. First down to the 45. Back up the middle, inside the 40 to the 35. And that is Ivan Villaseñor. It's a nice gainer there of 18 yards and a Lamar first down. This looks like that drive that they scored on when they put together huge chunks of yardage.
Yep, that was the same action they had on the play before where they, the play before they faked the end around. That time they went with the end around and it worked.
First and 10 at the 35 of Brush. The B-Diggers lead 26-7. A minute 25 into the third quarter. Senor in a shotgun, rolling to his right is Forney. Pressure coming deep up the left side. Man is wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown in the back of the end zone, caught by Evan Beard. 35 yards away and a perfect pass from Braden Forney, and Lamar scored for the second time in the game. It's Brush 26, Lamar 13.
So Forney, he kind of rolls left and then rolls back out right, and we had Reed Hall was there as a defensive end, and he was able to contain him there, but the the receiver, Beard, he just ran past our corner and kept heading down the field. He had all the position, and it was just, that was the pass that had the touch on it that we were missing. Ball was up in the air where the receiver could run underneath of it.
Beautiful pass. Villaseñor to attempt the extra point. Snap is there. The kick is up. That kick's good. 10:30 to go, third quarter. The Bee Diggers are in the lead over Lamar, 26-14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 35 yards in a pass from Braden Forney to Evan Beard. The extra point was good, and like we said at halftime, the game is not over despite a big lead for Brush. In fact, right now it's 26-14. And now to kick it off will be Colton Eberhardt. Bee Diggers now have to control that football, and it's going to be squibbed. The ball is going to be fielded by Mount at the 30, running to his left, looking for a block at the 35, puts both arms around the football and dives to the 40. Again, outstanding field position, and Trent Mount did a nice job on that return because he's not a traditional returner.
No, but he showed a lot of savvy there as he cut the ball back up the middle, and then right before he got hit, he covered the ball with both hands and put his head down and lunged forward for that extra couple of yards.
Dave, did we get a medical report there?
Yeah, it looks like Clay Shaver could be sitting out a little bit the second half of the game, suffering from some heat exhaustion or possible heat exhaustion.
1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers. That's their best weapon at the 40-yard line. Maltos Garcia's in a shotgun. And Baby takes the ball right up the middle, off left tackle now to the 45. Excellent gain to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 to go. Yeah, this is why you really got to hold the football as long as possible. So you give him a rest because you need Shaver maybe more so on defense. Even though he's got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's got interceptions, fumble recovery last week, a lot of tackles.
2nd down and 4 from the 46-yard line. Maltos Garcia's in a shotgun. In motion to the right is Hirschfeld. He'll take off with the football again. Maltos Garcia, though, is going to gain maybe a couple of yards after he was hit at the line of scrimmage. We'll give him the 48, 47.5 gain of 2, 3rd and a long 2 to go for the Bee Diggers, and a 1st down is critical right now with 9.5 to go, 3rd quarter, and the Bee Diggers up on Lamar 26-14.
Same basic play. They ran the play before, just to the right this time. Lamar wasn't fooled.
Hunter Bostrom checks out of the game. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan with a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances. B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. 3rd down and 2 from the 48 with the Bee Diggers on their own side of the field. Mounts with a hard count. Will hand it off left side and lunging towards the 50 and very close to a 1st down right at the stick. Before he was stopped was Maltos Garcia as Mounts was under center. It's a gain of about 1. 4th down and less than a yard to go. 4th down and maybe probably a 1/3 of a yard. Bee Diggers will go for it just past their own 49. I know the Bee Diggers don't do a ton of quarterback sneaking, but as long as they block here, they'll be all right. Mount quarterback sneak, 1st down, and he's across the 50 and still going. And Dave, you know what helps out there? The quick snap to the 48, a gain of 3.
Yeah, a lot of times they go up there and just goose that center a little bit, and he'll snap the ball. Everybody else has to go when he goes, and Lamar didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, it's almost harder if you wait longer. That time a gain of 3 for Mount. 8:15 to go in the 3rd. The Bee Diggers leading 26-14. This drive started at their own 40. On 1st down and 10. Mount with a pitch left to Maltos Garcia. Stutter steps and then dives to about the 46. There's going to be a hold, looks like, on the Bee Diggers. A flag is down at the 50. I think Lamar coaches saw that, said something, or I could hear something, put it that way.
Well, our lead blocker over here, he took off out there to get that outside linebacker there for Lamar, and that kid came on strong and fast. Our kid went ahead and just lateral dropped him. If it had been a freestyle wrestling match, it would have been a 5-point throw.
Live in your world, learn in ours at Northeastern. For more information about Northeastern or classes available to you, go to njc.edu. And grocery, meat, and fresh deli counters, Floral Pharmacy, Western Union, and public service payments, and 24-hour gas. That's right, the Brush Grocery Card. Brush Grocery Card, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. We'll call it 1st and 22 now from the 40. Amounts to a 12-yard penalty. Trips to the right, naked backfield with Mount under center. Back to throw, looking to his left. He's a deep towards Matthew Coe, incomplete. He had a step on the defender, but it was too long for him at the 30. It'll be 2nd down, and again, the plays are there, Dave, but the touch is not.
Yep, just, that time you could tell he really tried to hang it up in the air a little bit more. Coe just couldn't run underneath of it.
Your family safety is their main concern at Smart Parts. So let the trained professionals take care of you when you need a windshield repaired. 522-5399 at Smart Parts. 2nd down and 22 from the 40. It'll be a running situation. Clay Shaver is not in the game. Struggling with some heat exhaustion. Again, trips to the right. Mount is going to roll that way. Still rolling. Throws towards the middle. Incomplete. That was a mess. Way too many savages out there. Matos Garcia was at the 42-yard line, but he would have made that catch. It would have been in a jumbled mess. 3rd down.
Yeah, there were so many people there between Lamar and Brush, you really couldn't tell who was going to get that ball from our vantage point. But the Digger offensive line, again, doing a pretty good job with their pass blocking. The only pressure Mount had was from the linebacker who was blitzing once he saw him waggle out to the right side.
And the good news, Dave, is that if Shaver is suffering from heat exhaustion, that shouldn't be a factor later on in the season. It's going to get a lot cooler. For a late September day, it's pretty warm here. 3rd down and 22 from the 40. 7:29 to go, 3rd quarter. B-Diggers up by only a dozen. Matos Garcia, quarterback draw, gets out of a struggle there along the sideline to the 45-yard line to the 50, and then he's going to be hit outside of the 50-yard line, maybe to the 49. Let's see if they got him straight at the 50. Nonetheless, he got some of that yardage back. The B-Diggers will have to punt. It'll be 4th and maybe 10 as they spotted the 48, a gain of 12 for Matos Garcia.
Couldn't see who our wideout was over there on that side that time, but he got a really good block there that sprung Maltos open.
Unfortunately, the B-Diggers used up only 3 minutes on the clock. Definitely got to use up more time. Daniel Abarca to punt at his own 37. Perfect snap, no rush. Gets it off the side of his foot, but it could take a B-Digger roll. It does. Inside the 20, inside the 15-yard line, along the sideline. It's down at about the 11. Well, that's not bad. That's a punt of 37 yards, considering it only went about 20-some odd in the air.
Yeah, it was end over end, maybe 10 yards in the air, but took a real nice roll for us, and a punt's a punt. We'll take it.
1st and 10 for Lamar at their own 11-yard line. Time for the B-Diggers to step up without their best player, Clay Shaver. And we don't know yet if he's out for the game or just out temporarily. But you got to stop him now. As we said at halftime, next man up. In a shotgun is Forney. Man in motion. Handoff to Villaseñor. Swinging it to the outside. He's at the 15-yard line, and then he spun down out of bounds while the game is slowing down with all these plays on the perimeter to the 18-yard line, a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 as Abarca made the tackle.
Abarca did a good job of stretching that play out to the sideline and staying on him. Villaseñor just pulled away from him with his speed right there at the last minute when he turned it upfield. Abarca was able to reach out there and grab a hold of his jersey and pull him down.
Yeah, it's too early for clock management, but you'd like to see some clock management when the B-Diggers have the ball because they took up, like I said, just about 3 minutes. 2nd down and 3 from their own 18-yard line. Forney out of the gun. Man in motion to the right. A handoff left side and hit at the 20-yard line and driven back is going to be Michael Weber Johnson. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Congratulations to the Bee Diggers softball team under head coach Tom Odell, avenging an earlier regular season loss and defeating Sterling at home 6-3. That's a tough Patriot League between Strasburg, Sterling, Eaton. Bee Diggers right there as well in the mix. 3rd down and 1 for the 20. 6.5 to go in the 3rd. Bee Diggers 26, Savages 14. Out of the gun. Forney has the football, gives it to the D-back, trying to break out of a tackle, and he does, and he lunges across the 20 to the 22. That was Villaseñor picking up 2 critical yards to extend the drive for Lamar.
Yeah, Diggers did a pretty good job with that. Lamar continues to run over there to our right side and just picking away.
A bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple is Morgan Federal Bank, on the cutting edge of banking. 321 Ensign. And see what options they have available. Morgan Federal Bank, there's a difference. 1st and 10 at the 22 for the Savages. Forney awaits the football. Has it. Hands it off to the D-back, running left side and holding up the ball carrier very well. Valentin Flores was E.J. Hirschfeld. 2nd down and 10 to go. Got to make those plays at the line of scrimmage. The Bee Diggers have had issues in the first 3+ games. Not as much in this game, but don't allow those additional yards, and that was the epitome of very good tackling.
You bet. That's a nice start for us, giving him a 2nd and long.
2nd and 10 to be exact at the 22. Long field to work with for Lamar. Man in motion, resetting. Forney will take off with the football. Does anybody see him along the left sideline? Then Randy Woodward pops him, and that's a late flag. He drove him out of bounds, and it's a personal foul against the Bee Diggers after a gain of around 8 or 9. And now that ball's going to be closer to midfield as Woodward drove him into the ground. It looked like a clean hit, Dave, but I think he might have been slightly out of bounds. I don't know if Forney's okay at this point. He took a shot.
Yeah, and right into the crowd over there of all the Savages. His whole team was right there, and they all had to get out of the way. But, it could have been like it was for us. We couldn't tell if he was tiptoeing down that sideline still or not.
Let's see where they'll place that football. It's going to be close to the 46, 47-yard line. And, Dave, you just feel the momentum changing, especially without Clay Shaver.
Well, before that hit right there, I felt like, we were starting to slow the momentum down a little bit. That penalty could be something that kickstarts Lamar. Hopefully the Diggers will be able to use that as a motivator to get fired up and start putting some more big hits on them.
It's an 8-yard gain for Forney, and then a 15-yard penalty against Brush. 1st and 10 at the 45, and the clock stops. Again, it's only 3rd quarter, but Lamar wants the clock to go as slow as possible because they're trailing by 12. Out of a shotgun. Forney will hand it off on the end around. I think that's Beard running right, slips out of a tackle out of 2 tackles across the 50 to the 49. It's a gain of 6. The Bee Diggers there. Hunter Bostrom made one of the hits. It'll be 2nd down and 4 to go. Way too much yardage given up by the Bee Diggers on that play.
Yeah, the Diggers had the guys there. Bostrom was right there in the backfield ready to make the tackle, but he was able to cut back really quick, changing it to an arm tackle. And luckily, Hunter caught him from behind.
2nd down and 4 from the 49. If Lamar scores, it's a brand new ball game. The Bee Diggers lead 26-14. They led 26-7 at halftime. Another man in motion. Forney will keep it himself off left tackle up towards the middle, short of a 1st down, but still is able to gain 3 yards to the 46 as Riggs 10 was in on the play for Brush, along with Raymond Miller. 3rd and a long one from the 46.
Got to give Lamar some credit with the way their backs run. It's not like, I can't describe it. It's not like a lightning bolt speed, but it's fast, and they do some really nice cutbacks.
From the 46, 3rd and 1. And the way they're putting together yardage looks like an easy pickup. Handoff left side, 1st down, back up the middle across the 45 to the 41. And that is Evan Reed for a gain of 5. That was the 8th play of the drive. 3 first downs on the drive, and right now Lamar's thinking that they got a shot in this one.
That slot back came in motion from the left to the right, got the Diggers thinking everything was going right. They handed back off that crossbuck sort of action to the left, and that play's been pretty successful for them all day.
1st and 10 at the B Digger 41-yard line. Under center this time is Forney. He'll hand it off to the deep back, Beard, off left tackle, and he's driving defenders into the secondary across the 40 to the 35, might have gotten the 34. And nonetheless, it's going to be a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. I mean, just chunks of yardage. No double-digit yardage yet on this drive, and they're wearing down that brush defense. B Diggers might have to take a defensive timeout the way this is going. 2nd down and 3 from the 34. And again, Forney's under center. Nothing out of the gun the last 2 plays. Hands it off. No, he'll keep the football around the left side. Looks like he's going to go out of bounds, and he will. It's around the 25 maybe. Let's see where it's marked. Gain of 9. Baby Matos Garcia drove him out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Lamar. Their 4th first down of this drive.
36 yards now for Forney. And, you know, when he runs to the sideline, he does a good job once he gets there. And when he turns it upfield, he tiptoes down the line and picks up a lot of yards.
Papa Murphy's Pizza makes it easy to feed the whole team and make everybody happy. Call Papa Murphy's in Sterling, 522-4900. Man, they've driven 64 yards.
15 of those on a penalty.
That's right. So 49 by foot. 1st and 10 out of the gun from the B Digger 25. And this time it's the handoff to Eberhard on the left side. The B Diggers bottle him up after a gain of 2 to the 23. Raymond Miller in on the play. Getting up is B.J. Hirschfeld, who got him around the ankles. 2nd down and 8 to go. But what a drive this is for Lamar. Coming up on play number 12. And they have chewed up over 5 minutes of game time.
Just some good ball handling there by Lamar, again, showing all the motion to the right and then that crossbuck back to the left. And the Diggers just unsure where the ball is.
2nd down and 8 to go for the 23. 1 player absent, and Shavers made a huge difference. Out of the gun, Forney takes off with the football up the left side inside the 20. And he might be close to a first down at about the 17. It's going to be short, but not by much. And let's see, is it a gain of around 5 or 6? 16-yard line, so give him 7 yards. It's 3rd and a long 1. And here's the 13th play of the drive by Lamar. We'll be at about a minute to go in the 3rd once this is snapped. At the 16, 3rd and 1, Forney out of the gun. Man in motion is Eberhard. Forney takes off with the football inside the 10 as he dives to about the 8, 1st and goal. Or check that, yep. Well, inside the 50. Now, it's not 1st and goal. It's at the 13. Gain of around 3. 5 first downs in the drive. Now at the 13-yard line. Man, they might run out the quarter without scoring. This drive started at their own 11 with 7:13 to go. The official spot is the 12. 1st down and 10. Forney awaits the snap. Hands it off. Big hole up the middle to the 10. And now spun around at the 5 is Beard. And he's down inside the 5 to about the 4. That might be another first down, maybe the 3. I think he's going to be short, though. Randy Woodward got him at about the 3. It's a gain of 9. And they want to score in this quarter. 2nd down from the 3-yard line. And we've got a flag down. I think Lamar might have been in motion. No, it's offsides against Brush. Holy mahungus. That'll be an automatic first down because of the yardage required.
Had to been lined up offside from that position. I didn't see anybody jump. Just not paying attention to where that line of scrimmage is.
1st and goal at the 2. And the clock is running. We have 9 seconds to go in the third. On first and goal, Forney hands it off left side to Beard. He's held up. He did not get in. I think he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Brush 26, Lamar 14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran with Dave Urig. Assistant coach Jeff Shawsow has let us know that Clay Shaver's been taken to the hospital, so he will obviously not return in this game. The Bee Diggers lead the Savages 26-14. It'll be second and goal for Lamar at the 2. And this will be the 16th play of the drive. What a drive for Lamar. Forney is under center. Forney will keep it himself. Run to his right, looking to throw, and the pass is going to be caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown. And that is caught by the tight end, Charlie Ferris, from 2 yards away on the 16th play of the drive. And Lamar draws to within 6. It's Brush 26, Lamar 20.
Well, it was a good play there by Lamar. You know, they just waggle past to the right, and so all the motion, all the flow was to the right side. And Forney did a good job of throwing the ball, showing a pretty good arm.
And I don't see the injury, Dave. Maybe
We got a Beat Digger over there, I think, with another injury.
Yep. Beat Digger down in the end zone. Not a good way to start the quarter, but what a drive. 7 minutes and 18 seconds. I mean, that is just impressive. For the Savages, they're back in the game. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Denver, and KSIR.com. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urig. A 26-7 lead has almost evaporated for the Bee Diggers. Their best player is hospitalized right now with, we believe, to be heat exhaustion. And now early in the fourth, they scored on the first play of the fourth. Lamar's right back in the game for the extra point to be attempted momentarily by Villaseñor. B.J. Hirschfeld is up. He was the injured player.
We still have a lot of offensive weapons, B.J. Hirschfeld being one of them. I think that was a cramp they were working on for him. But anyway, last year, remember, he picked up a lot of yards. He got a lot of carries earlier in his career. So we're not totally depleted in that backfield.
The extra point by Villaseñor. Awaiting the snap. It's right there. The kick is up. That looks like it's way off to the left, and there's a late flag. The extra point looks like it was missed, Dave. I didn't see
he made it.
Whoa, okay.
We got a rough in the kicker right there.
Right inside the left upright. All right, so my bad. The extra point. Yeah, the board is showing it's still 26-20, but yeah, Dave pointed out it is running into the kicker. 11:55 to go, fourth quarter. It's Brush 26, Lamar 21 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 26-21. An incredible drive for Lamar. 16 plays, 89 yards in 7 minutes and 18 seconds. Charlie Ferris with a 2-yard touchdown catch. And that ball is squibbed. It'll be off the helmet of Matthew Coe. Picks it up at the 20-yard line. Then he's driven down. That took a fortunate hop for Lamar. There's a late flag. I wonder if that's going to be a late hit against the Savages.
Well, we'll take it because we definitely need the breaks right now.
And the field position, because that would be their worst field position of the game. I think it was a late hit on Lamar. The preliminary signal is personal foul face mask against Lamar. Dave, I think when you miss your best player, that's not one player that's out. That seems like several players in a way.
You know, when you're used to, prior to this year, he's a guy that's made a lot of plays for these kids as they've played together since they were, in Pee Wees and junior high. But, this is an opportunity for these kids to, like you said, step up. The next guys step up in there. And if the Diggers can pull this out and finish this game strong, that's going to give them a lot of confidence to know that there's a lot more guys out there than Clay.
3 receivers to the right, Ben Brown, Gunnar Guzman, and Colin Cole. And those are all sophomores. Out of the gun is Maltos Garcia. Or check that. Now under center's Mount. Maltos Garcia in the backfield. From the 35-yard line, Lamar jumped. Well, that helps. Now it's 1st and 5 from the 40. Now that really opens up the playbook, even though you want to keep it as simple as possible. After that long drive by the Savages. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, there to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. 1st and 5 from the 40. Baby on the pitch right. He's got the football, and he's across the 40 to the 43 on the pitch from Trenton Mount before he's taken down by Michael Weber Johnson. 2nd down and 2 to go for Brush, and that offside penalty is huge. Because, again, you can work on the clock a little bit and hopefully work on the clock enough that if you score, it's about at least a 4 or 5 minute drive.
We had the blockers there on that last play. Our guard was pulling out to this side to make the block, but he just didn't quite have the speed to get there in time ahead of Maltos Garcia.
2nd down and 2 from the 43-yard line. Let's see if Baby gets the football again. In motion to the left is Cole. Here's the give to Maltos Garcia up the middle, and he backs his way across the 45 to the 46. Nice gain by Baby. Picks up 4 yards in the play. 1st down for Brush. We have 11 minutes to go in the game. The Bee Diggers lead 26-21. The last time they touched the football before this drive, there were about 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Or I should say about 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 46. The offensive line's got to really make their mark right now against the defense that has come to play in the second half. The Bee Diggers have been held scoreless in this half. From the 46, low snap. There's the give. Breaking a tackle is B.J. Hirschfeld, spinning out of that to the 48. Only a gain of 2. Braden Forney. Nope, check that. That's going to be Richard Gallegos, the junior. Made the play. 2nd down and 8 to go for the Brush. They're 2 yards shy of midfield.
You can bet that offense and Coach Collar are well aware of that clock because they're not in a big hurry to get up on the line of scrimmage and run a play.
Well, I mean, if they don't score and Lamar takes the lead, they'll still have enough time. But they do want to wear down this Lamar defense. They want him out there as long as possible. Out of the gun is Mount. 2nd and 8 from their own 48-yard line. And this time, handoff to Maltos Garcia, and he's going to be held up at midfield and driven back after a gain of 2. Again, Gallegos in on the hit, along with a couple of other Savages. 3rd down and 6. And you'd have to imagine when the offense is being shut out in this half, that is not a 4-down territory situation unless the Bee Diggers pick up maybe 4 yards here.
Like I say, you never know. Coach Call's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he's already thinking about that scenario right now.
3rd and 6 from midfield. The lone setback is Baby. He's in motion to the right, naked backfield. Mount throws it out to Maltos Garcia, has the football and the sideline across the 50. Then he's out of bounds, close to the 45. He'll be shy of the 1st down, but not by much.
Yeah, less than a yard. Tell you what, this is going to be a tough decision for Coach to see what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think you got to go for it. A gain of 5. I think you've got to go for it here. But you know what, Dave, that quick count might work again. They got 3 yards at a quarterback sneak before.
Well, Lamar's been coming up with 4 guys up on the line of scrimmage as well. Just depends where they put that really big kid out there. If they line him up right over our center, if they shade him to one side or the other, it'll give Mount a good idea which way he needs to go.
Let's see if they give a hard count, too, to draw Lamar off sides. And now I think we have a timeout, or do we? Yeah, we have a timeout called by Lamar with 9:08 to go in the game, and the Bee Diggers leading 26-21. Some tense moments, Dave.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I don't know if that's a very heads-up play there by Coach Tice. I don't know if you want to give Coach Call very much time to think about this. And, he's right now he's out there scheming on what he's going to do, and he's already seen how they're going to line up for this.
Well, he probably made that 4th and 1 decision maybe 2 or 3 plays ago, knowing that if he got into that situation, he knew what he was going to do. So I don't know if he's going to change anything at this point, but you're right, the extra time just works to his advantage.
Oh, absolutely. And again, when he walked out on the field, I watched him. He was looking over at the Lamar kids, and he saw where they were lined up for that last play. If they line up the same way, he's going to be ready. You watch him from the huddle. He's already looking across his guys to the other side.
4th down and 1 from the 45.
Lamar's been out there with 9 guys in the box, most of the game. Whether it was with 4 guys up on the line or 5, they've even had 6 guys when they walked the linebacker up there. They're already starting to stack people up there, and I see only 1 free safety back there about 10 yards directly across from the ball.
Here we go, 3 in the backfield. Yeah, they got that's about 7 or 8 in the box. 4th and 1 from the 45. Mount hands it off to Matos Garcia. First down at the sideline to the 40, using speed to the 30 with Forney to beat. Forney drags him out of bounds, but a big game for baby Matos Garcia as he picks up 21 yards and a beat digger first down.
Takes Garcia to 97 yards on 17 carries. But again, just a great call as the Lamar Savages had all those guys lined up there, in between our tight ends. They were walking linebackers up, and they knew if they could just break to the outside, if they could just get a good containment seal block over there, then Maltos could be off to the races.
1st and 10 from the 24, and the clock is running, but still plenty of time. 8:50 to go in the game. The Bee Diggers leading by 5. Trying to regain a double-digit advantage. In motion to the left is Coe. And Coe moved upfield. That was definitely premature by the sophomore. He took off way too fast. Illegal procedure against the Bee Diggers. That'll be 1st down and 15. Yeah, that's a tough penalty, but
it is.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got sophomores playing, and that's the kind of stuff that's going to happen with inexperience. But he'll learn from that.
1st and 15 at the 29. I mean, this smells of you got to pass it at some point. Not necessarily on this play, but at the 29 of Lamar. Brush 26, Lamar 21. 8:15 to go in the game from Bee Digger Stadium as Brush is looking for its 3rd consecutive win and trying to hang on for dear life. Timeout brought to you by Greg Mona State Farm Insurance. Home Auto Life and Health at 842-45-55. We've had situations of uncertainty with the Bee Diggers, but you know what? Better to take the timeout and not risk it. That's what the Bee Diggers did there.
And they know they don't have to get all. It's still, it's 1st down. We're on their, on their 39. We're really in good position here just to take some chunks off of this 3 plays in a row and try to get that big play on 4th down. We haven't spread out that much. We haven't run out of the spread much today. Most of the time we've been in spread. Our quarterback would just do a sort of a quarterback draw. So, Coach has been, even in these situations, he's been really content to go up and line up in a double tight and maybe run some power, some unbalanced line to one side or the other, but real content just to run power at him.
1st and 15 at the 29. The timeout was called with 8:11 to go in the game. Trent Mount, the junior, has the football and is back to throw. Rolling right. Throws underneath. The pass is caught by Matos Garcia. He stutter steps and is down inside the 10. At about the 7, Braden Forney makes the tackle. What a play. It's a gain of about 22. And, Dave, you call a timeout, and it seems it always works for Coach Call. He knows exactly the play to call.
Well, he's been in it a lot of times, and he's getting to know his players. And, here's another example of where, there's a blessing to have some of these other guys having to make some of these big plays. That helps Coach Call get confidence in other players.
What a nice throw by Mount as well. 1st and goal from the 7. 3 backs. Mount will hand it off to Matos Garcia running left, but he's going to beat a horde of Savages for a loss. Back at the 9 or 10. It'll be a loss of 2. That was the 8th play of the drive. 2nd down and goal from the 9. And even if Brush scores, Lamar still in this one because of the time left. We got 7:15 to go. They've got 2 timeouts left. They took 1 timeout earlier on this Brush drive. From the 9, the Bee Diggers have maybe 3 plays to get it into the end zone. On 2nd down, the play clock is running down. Mount to hand it off right up the middle of Hirschfeld. He lunges away inside the 5-yard line, and he's down at the 4. Strong run there by Hirschfeld, a gain of 5. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Dave, if they get to the 1 or 2 yard line, I don't think there's any question you go for it because you can go up by 2 scores. And even if you don't get it, Lamar's going to have to drive about 98 yards.
Right. That was impressive of Hirschfeld there. Everybody else was on the ground. He was still trying to fight and pull his legs loose.
It is 3rd down and goal from the 4 inside of 6.5 minutes to go from Bee Digger Stadium. The handoff, right side, Hirschfeld, he's held up, but then backs his way towards maybe the 3 or the 2. It'll be at the 2-yard line after the gain of 2. This will be the 11th play of the drive, and we're under 6 minutes to go. The Bee Diggers will go for it on 4th and goal.
He tiptoed up there, and then he really used the power to try to get going as he ran behind that unbalanced line to the right.
Yeah, I believe the Bee Diggers are going to call another timeout. They're going to let that clock run down and definitely call a timeout, which that's going to be the case here. Because Coach Call knows that if they don't score, Lamar's going to have to go at least 98 yards unless the Bee Diggers are thrown for a loss on this play. And a timeout is called with 5:28 to go. And Brush in the lead 26-21. The Bee Diggers, they don't have the timeouts listed up there, but I think Brush has 1 timeout left and Lamar with 2. Oh, Dave, this is the play that basically determines the game on Brush's side, because if they get in for Lamar, which has not been a huge play team in this game, to score twice, it's doable, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, they would have a long ways to go, but like I said, I have a lot of confidence in Coach Call. Like we said, he's been thinking about this play probably since 2 or 3 plays ago. Starting to know his players better, and he's starting to get pretty familiar with how Lamar lines up. The big thing the Diggers have to do is just execute. If you notice lately, we're starting to lose control of the line of scrimmage, and they're starting to get a surge on us from their defensive line, and we just got to have this one play for our offensive line to get off quick.
And if you're joining us late, Clay Shaver had a huge first half, nearly 200 yards, but then was taken to the hospital, apparently struggling and suffering from heat exhaustion. And that's made a difference because Lamar has scored all 14 points in the second half, but the Bee Diggers have come out strong on this drive. And they've exhausted nearly 6.5 minutes. 4th and goal from the 2. In the backfield, Coe, Matos Garcia, and Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld's in motion to the left. Mount, the pitch left to Matos Garcia. Gets a block towards the pylon. He's in! Baby has scored! And the Bee Diggers now lead by double digits once again. It's Brush 32, Lamar 21. Baby from 2 yards away.
That's the second time Coach Call relied on those tight ends of ours, Albarca and Hall. He's not afraid to take the ball outside when Lamar's expecting the ball to come up the middle. He just gets that big containment block, and Brush had some pretty good lead blocking from our backs, and Maltos did a good job making the read and taking it to the pylon.
Extra point to be attempted. Dave, are you breathing easier?
I'm still wishing we would have got those extra points earlier in the game.
Yeah. Well, they got one of them back with a 2-point conversion. Let's see if we get a good snap. That's a little bit off to the right with the snap, but the kick is a boomer, and it's right down the middle. 5:22 to go, fourth quarter. Brush 33, Lamar 21 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 11 plays, 65 yards, and 5 minutes and 59 seconds on 4th and goal for the 2. Baby Matos Garcia scores. And the Beat Diggers lead 33-21. Now you got to make the play on special teams, because if they have a big return, man, they're right back in the game. Got to make the play right now.
We need this big kick. Be nice to get another one in the end zone.
Evan Beard is one of the 2 back to receive, along with Valentin Flores. Line drive with some height to it at the 12. Beard running across the field to his right to the 15-yard line, looking for a block. Hurdles a defender. Then he's down at the 22 as Daniel Abadica made the hit. And that's a long way to run for just gaining 10 to 11 yards forward, Dave.
Colin Cole did a good job running down there. He was the first one. He met him on about the 16 or 17-yard line, and that's the guy that he hurdled to pick up those yards. If Colin hadn't been there, he would have been able to pick up a head of steam.
All right, 1st and 10 with a football at the 23-yard line. And they're going to have to put the ball up. Now Cole gets up limping, but he's trying to run it off. At the 23-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left. Clay Shaver is the lone interception of the game, but he's out of the game. 1 receiver to the right. Back to throw, out to his left. The pass is caught underneath, and there's going to be a flag down. I think that was offensive interference as the catch is made, and B.J. Hirschfeld made the tackle. That looks like offensive interference because Hirschfeld was being blocked as the ball was being caught by Eberhard, and he lost about a yard.
Yeah, it looked like one of those screen plays they like to throw to Demarius Thomas, and like you said, they were blocking him before the ball got out there.
Let's see what the call is. A hold against... Yeah, you call it a hold, but it was really interference.
Holding indicated against the Savages.
But I'll tell you what, great play by Hirschfeld. He was getting held. He still fought the block off, made the tackle.
Football is going to be back to the 12-yard line. Keep in mind, the hole was behind the line of scrimmage. It's an 11-yard penalty. 1st down and 21 at the 12. Now trips to the left.
Gunnar Guzman's playing our free safety. He's about 20 yards off the ball as well, right in the middle of the field.
From the 11, Forney in a shotgun, has the football, runs to his right, has got some running room, and then he runs into a bead digger, and that's Peterson. Then he's down across the 15 to the 17. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 15 to go. Woodward around the football as well. Lamar's got to be in a hurry up.
Well, they got their plays on their wrist, and they're looking down there as the coaches are making the calls, not really huddling up.
2nd down and 15. Make it 16 from the 17. 2 receivers out to the left. Forney out of the gun. 3-step drop. Now rolls to his right. Throws underneath. Pass is caught by Beard. Breaks out of a tackle across the 25 to about the 26, maybe 27-yard line. And a lot of bead diggers have got up limping, including Matthew Coe there. It's a gain of 9. 3rd down and 7. Clock is now at 4 minutes to go. Brush 33, Lamar 21, and it's running. Lamar has 2 timeouts left. 4 down territory because of the deficit in the time. 3rd and 7. Forney again wants to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. Rolls to his right. Breaks out of a tackle along the sideline, and he's out of bounds. See if he got enough for the 1st down or he fell short as he got to about the 30. If it's the 30, he didn't get the 1st down. He needed the 33. It'll be at the 30, a gain of 4. All right, he's got to get to the 33. 4th and 3. This is it for Lamar. They don't score here. Oh, they got the timeouts, but even still, they need 2 possessions. 4th and 3 from the 30. Out of the shotgun is Forney. Awaits the snap. There was movement. That was a false start. So now it's going to be 4th and 8. Colorado State, Texas San Antonio football coming up. And then Bee Digger replay will follow the CSU game right here on 1010. Bee Digger replay will follow that game. So kickoff of the Colorado State, Texas San Antonio game set for 5 o'clock. So 4th and 8 for the 25.
4th down and 8 for the Savages. From the 30-yard
3:47 to go. Forney in the shotgun. Has the snap. Deep drop, setting up a screen. Throws it over the middle. It's caught. Running room out there, but what a play! Made it the 30-yard line. I think that was Jaron Peterson who made the play on Charlie Ferris. An outstanding open field tackle, a gain of 6, but they needed 9, and the Bee Diggers take over on downs thanks to Peterson's excellent play.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful heads-up play because it was a great call. Our guys were all chasing the quarterback. The other ones were all covering receivers, and Peterson was the only one in the middle of the field. Boy, he just did a good job tackling him from behind.
But Peterson is one of those guys that can make up for the absence of Shaver because of his athleticism.
Right, and he's going to be a sure tackler.
All right, Lamar, I believe, has a couple of timeouts, so the Bee Diggers can use up some time, but not a ton. They need a first down. 1st and 10 from the 31 of Lamar, leading by 12. Mount hands it off right up the middle. I believe that's Baby for a yard. Let's see if the timeout is coming. To the 30. 2nd down and 9. They're going to let the Bee Diggers run some time off the clock and then use their timeouts after the next 2 plays. Yeah, it really doesn't matter when you use them, whether it's the 1st and 2nd, 2nd or 3rd, or whatever the case may be. From the 30. The clock is at 3:03 and counting. Oh, and there was, looked like the center had issues there for Brush. Leo Libanos has been very good this season, but I don't know if he snapped it early. So 2nd and 14 is now the case, and 1 first down, you probably clinch the game. Looks very good now, but you need that first down.
Yeah, I think our guard on this side might have jumped as well. Both of them were taken off. Lamar was creeping guys up there. I'm not sure if that influenced him. Got him a little too excited.
Bee Diggers get a break there. The clock is rolling once again. I don't think that should be the case after you've just committed a penalty, but they'll take it. There's the handoff on the right side and a loss there for B.J. Hirschfeld. Now the timeout is called. It's back at the 36-yard line. Now Brush is in a mess. When you look at the situation now, they've got to get to the 21, and it's 3rd down and 15. They've got 1 timeout remaining with 2:40 to go. I wonder if Coach Call puts it up here.
You know, I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's going to try to keep it on the ground and just keep eating away at that clock.
Well,
if he can. It just depends on if he's got a guy that he wants to go to on that end around, or, you know, the reverse, or one of those plays he's used, you know, in these critical situations.
All right, it'll be 3rd down and 15 with Brush leading. 33-21, 2:40 to go in the game. They're at the Lamar 36-yard line. In a game that the Bee Diggers led by 19 at halftime. Accidents and illness can strike at any time, and day and night, every second counts at Colorado Plains Medical Center. They're a level 3 trauma center and ready to handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center. 3rd and 15 from the 36. Every time Coach Call's called a timeout, no pun intended, the play after that has been great, but this is Lamar's timeout. Well, let's see if he can take advantage of that timeout. From the 36. Mount. Play action. Rolling to his right. Will take off with the football. Looking for a block. Gets around a defender. And then cuts it back to the inside. He's got some good yardage across the 30 towards the 27. It's a gain of 9.
Just a bootleg to the right, and you know, usually you see a guy take off running like crazy. I don't think Mount's used to running that so often, and kind of jogged his way at first, but once he made his cut, he just ran straight down the field and got some nice yards.
Well, Lamar takes their 3rd and final timeout, and keep in mind that the Bee Diggers pick up a first down here on this 4th and 6. They will just take a knee and run out the clock, and that'll be it. But if you don't get the first down, then you've got to stop Lamar because they're going to throw the ball on every play.
Lamar's lined up with 10 guys basically in the box or close to it. They have 9 guys definitely in the box. They're bringing their corners up on the outside like an additional defensive end, and then just having a free safety. They're in the middle of the field. So if there's some way the Diggers could seal that off on the corners or maybe kick somebody out and get past that initial surge of the defense, there's not going to be anybody there to make a tackle.
4th and 6 for the Bee Diggers at the Lamar 27. And keep in mind, Rush has scored 2 of their touchdowns today on 4th down. So they've been clutch on that down. And here it is from the 27, 4th and 6. Trips to the left, a naked backfield. Matos Garcia lines up in a slot to the right. Abadica on the outside, under center. Mount back to throw, wants to take off with the football, and then is back to the line of scrimmage. There's a flag down, might be a hold against the Bee Diggers, and it doesn't matter. Lamar will take over on downs because Mount actually lost about a yard. So they would decline the penalty. And that indeed is the penalty, and it'll be Lamar football. Lamar has it with 2:20 to go and no timeouts, trailing by 12.
Lamar historically has had a decent passing attack. They've been able to come out and throw a lot of short passes over the year. I remember them being real successful with that. I don't remember them, throwing a lot of deep passes down the field against us.
Now you just got to play steady defense. Some steady defense, and that's it. 1st and 10 for the Savages at their own 28-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be pass right now. Bee Diggers just want to keep the ball in the middle of the field. Back to throw is Forney. He'll take off with a football. Looks for the sideline, but he's back up the middle. He's got a first down across the 35 to the 40. I thought he was going to take off to his right. It's a gain of 12 yards for Braden Forney. That stops the clock for the movement of the chains. It'll restart, but, man, you want that clock to keep going. That's why if you get him before the 10 yards, you got the advantage. That play took only 8 seconds. Now the clock restarts. 1st and 10 for the 40. Guzman made the tackle. 3-step drop. Throws out to his right. The pass is intercepted by Matos Garcia. And then he falls down very intelligently. Intercepted at the 50. He's down at the 42. And it's going to be a Brush Bee Digger victory as Baby scores a 4th quarter touchdown, then picks off a pass.
Yep, it was overthrown, but Maltos was there. He was going to make the tackle had the ball been thrown on the mark. He was playing that corner just perfectly as he wasn't let the defender get behind him, and just sure-handed jumps up there, makes the grab, and seals the game.
Nice win.
That's big.
I didn't tell you.
I was nervous.
No, we were both, I'm sure Bee Digger fans were nervous. But they outplayed Lamar in the 4th quarter after Lamar really outplayed him in the 3rd. Lamar had that touchdown in the 3rd, then early in the 4th. All I got to do is take a knee now at the 42-yard line. Now they'll hand it off instead. Right up the middle is Hirschfeld, and Hirschfeld spins inside the 40 to the 36. It's a gain of 6. Still running their offense with 1:45 to go. Yeah, and I think Coach Call figured there's still enough time that if you just take a knee, you can't run out the clock. However, now with 1.5 might still run it here. But for sure, Trent Mount is looking at that official, waiting for the play clock. 2nd and 4 from the 36-yard line. Play clock is now at 5 seconds. Now gets the snap, hands it off. Stutter stepping as Hirschfeld dives to the 34 for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 2. Before the hit was made over there by Lucas Montgomery.
Yeah, the Diggers are going to come out of this game a little beat up. You see a lot of guys limping around out there.
Oh, yeah. Got 53 seconds to go. Yeah, can't necessarily take a knee. Still enough time, but let's see what Mount decides to do. Probably just a quick handoff here. and then end the game. 3rd down and 2 from the 34. There's the give to Hirschfeld left side. He's got a first down inside the 35 to the 30-yard line. That's going to be it. Gain of 4. Matos Garcia comes up limping, even though he wasn't that close to the play, but he's played banged up in this game. And now you take the knee and the game is over after the gain of 4 by Hirschfeld.
Garcia's just shown a lot of guts. He played banged up last week. He's been beat up, but he's showing a lot of grit, being able to stay out on the field. I guess that's what you do when you're a senior. You want to make sure you get a play every second you possibly can.
Yep. And the Bee Diggers are now in victory formation on 1st and 10 from the 30. Mount takes a knee, and that's it. The Brush Bee Diggers have defeated the Lamar Savages 33-21. Let's take a break, a 2-minute break. We'll wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. D's Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. I'm John Beltran with Dave Uhrig. The Bee Diggers defeat the Lamar Savages 33-21. The Bee Diggers got on the board first. 4 plays in a minute 10, 73-yard run by Clay Shaver. PAT was no good. It was 6-0. Then, after a 12-yard punt by Lamar, B.J. Hirschfeld scores from a yard out on a 5-play drive, consuming over 2 minutes. PAT missed. It was 12-0. And then later in the first, Clay Shaver on a 4-play, 46-yard drive scores from 31 yards out, 18-0. Lamar would get on the board. A 6-play, 78-yard drive in the second quarter, consuming 2 minutes and 6 seconds. A 3-yard run by Colton Eberhardt made it 18-7. The Bee Diggers before the break scored on Shaver's 3rd touchdown of the game, 13 yards out, 26-7. But then Shaver was taken to the hospital, struggling with heat exhaustion, and Lamar was able to take advantage with a couple of touchdowns. One early in the 3rd quarter. Evan Beard's 35-yard touchdown catch made it 26-14. Then another touchdown pass by Braden Forney. 16-play drive, 7 minutes and 18 seconds, covering 89 yards. A 2-yarder to Charlie Ferris made it 26-21, but the Bee Diggers responded. 11 plays, 65 yards, and 5:59. Matos Garcia from 2 yards out. 33-21, the Bee Diggers win. Let's run through the numbers. Let us start for the Lamar side of the ledger here, Dave.
All right, Lamar had 45 offensive plays today. They ran the ball 34 of those. 219 yards on the ground. Their leading rusher was their quarterback, Forney, who, like we said, typically has over 100 yards. The Diggers were able to hold him to 68 yards today on 13 carries. Beard, another one of their top rushers, had 37 yards on 7 carries. Flores had 4 carries for 37 yards. Eberhardt had 4 carries for 35 yards. And Villasenor had 29 yards on 3 carries.
All right, meanwhile, the Bee Digger player of the game, as always, is brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. And the man who made some critical fourth quarter plays is the Bee Digger player of the game.
Yeah, Arnaldo Maltos Garcia, look at him. 48 yards rushing in the first half. He ends the game with 101 yards unofficially. He did it all. He threw the ball twice. Of course, both of those were incomplete, but he made some huge plays offensively and directed his team as well on defense, coming up with a huge interception right there at the end of the game to seal the deal for the Diggers.
Meanwhile, Clay Shaver and B.J. Hirschfeld made contributions. Obviously, Shaver in the opening half with nearly 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 185 yards on 15 carries. But then in the second half, we needed guys to rise to the occasion, and B.J. Hirschfeld for sure came in and did the job. He carried the ball 7 times in the second half. Total yardage on the day was 39 yards. Like I said, Maltos Garcia, 101 yards. Trent Mount carried the ball 4 times for 21 yards. Trent Mount threw the ball 4 times. He completed 2 of those, one to Shaver for 11 yards, and then a big pass to Maltos Garcia for 22 yards.
We'll have video highlights coming up on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube. Dave and I will be back coming up on Friday night, 7 o'clock against the Valley Vikings right here from Bee Digger Stadium. Bee Digger blast off at 6 o'clock and replay to follow on 1010 as well as KSIR.com. Coming up, we will join the CSU pregame show in progress, and then CSU at 5 o'clock will face Texas San Antonio. Then we will have Bee Digger replay following that. Sound engineer and producer doing an excellent job as always has been Michaela Klimper. For Dave Uhrig, I'm John Beltran with owner GM Alec Creighton as our replay engineer. The final score, The Beat Diggers of Brush win for the third consecutive time. They're 3-1 on the season. And Lamar, their second loss in 4 games. Brush 33, Lamar 21 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.